Economics, the social science concerned with how people and societies deal with scarcity. Our economy influences businesses, politics, and even our own decisions. But the economy is a fragile element in society, and anything can disrupt its balance. To prevent this from happening, economists have pondered over its issues and developed these economic theories.
In 1776, while Thomas Jefferson and the Americans were busy creating the Declaration of Independence, a Scottish fellow by the name of Adam Smith was hard at work writing a book of his own. As a philosopher and pioneer of political economy, Adam Smith deeply examined society and the world of business affairs. With this knowledge, Adam Smith wrote and published his book, An Inquiry into the Nature and Causes of the Wealth of Nations, or just the Wealth of Nations. This book was considered to be the first modern work of economics and has been said to have laid out the foundation of modern economics and the beginnings of classical economics. In his book, The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith assumed that prices and wages were flexible. Adam Smith concluded that the individuals in society, each acting in his or her own self-interest, can manage to produce and purchase the goods and services that society requires. He called this mechanism of self-regulation the invisible hand. In society, if households increased spending, aggregate demand increased, leading to a higher price level. As a result, he believed that workers would naturally ask for a raise, increasing the per-unit production costs, thereby decreasing the short-run aggregate supply. Therefore, the economy would return to its potential GDP, but at a higher price level. The economy will be helped because people will have higher wages to buy the goods at higher price levels. Conversely, if the aggregate demand decreased, then desperate unemployed workers will take a pay cut. In turn, businesses have lower per-unit production costs, increasing the short-run aggregate supply, eventually returning the economy to potential GDP, but now at a lower price level. Since the workers took a wage deduction, the lower prices will help people already strapped for cash. Keep in mind that this only works with the concept of flexible prices. Soon after, a Frenchman and a fellow economist, Jean-Baptiste Say, theorized that the activity of production opens a demand for the products produced. He theorized that the creation of product opens up an avenue for other products. Although this theory has been around for decades, Jean-Baptiste Say stamped his name on this idea, calling it Say's Law, stating that supply creates its own demand. Other economists have contributed to the foundation of classical economics. However, they all had their disagreements, and they debated their concepts for decades. But, aside from their differences, they all collectively believed in a free market without any government intervention, which came to be known as laissez-faire, a French word which means let it be. This concept of laissez-faire eventually became the core doctrine of classical economics.
The concept of classical economics worked in the favor of United States presidents for a good 2 centuries. All was good until the Great Depression.